everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Mary, and welcome to Feel Good Friday, where we'll be spending the next 60 minutes practicing gentle yoga, flowing with our breath at a calming pace. So we'll go ahead and get started. So please join me on your mat in a cross-legged position, coming into easy pose. Please bring your hands into prayer position at your heart. And you can close your eyes here and bow your head if that feels good for you today. Take a moment to get settled into your body. Finding your breath. Focusing on your inhales and your exhales. Letting go of all that no longer serves you today. If you feel called to do so, please set an intention for today's practice. Through today's practice, I invite you to seek calmness in the present moment. By becoming aware of your body and your mind in this present moment and being mindful to how you feel. Open yourself to accepting the space that you are currently in and allowing yourself to be free and to let go as we move along our yoga journey today. Come to your mat today as you are. Take what you need and leave whatever doesn't serve you behind. Stay in this present moment. Feel yourself rooted and grounded on your mat. Let go of everything with each exhale. As you breathe in, fill your heart and mind with the essence of joy, love, and peace. As you breathe out, release stress, worry, and anxiety. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax your shoulders. Feel every bit of tension leaving your body. Stay with your breath, feeling your breath, nourishing your body. Every organ, every muscle, every cell. Rest in this stillness. Rest in this silence. Rest within yourself. All is well. All right, when you're ready, please bring awareness back into your body and in the room. And you can open your eyes so we can get started with today's session. So we're going to start out today seated on our mat. We're going to start out doing some neck stretches today. So go ahead and inhale your left hand into the sky. Exhale to release your left fingertips to on top of your head, right above your right ear. Inhale your right arm up parallel to your shoulder. And exhale to bring your neck over to the left very gently, coming into a neck stretch on the right side. We're going to take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, you can release everything. Your hands can come back into your lap as we prepare to do that on the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead and inhale your right fingertips into the sky this time. Exhale to release those right fingertips on top of your head, right above your left ear. Inhale your left arm up parallel to your shoulder. And exhale to gently bring your neck over to the right, coming into a neck stretch on the left side, where we will take 3 breath cycles. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, you can go ahead and release everything and place your palms back in your lap. From here, we are going to bring our right hand to the mat next to our right hip. And we're going to inhale our left hand over or up above so that our fingertips are pointed to the sky. On an exhale, you're going to bend to the right, coming into a left side bend. We're going to hold here for 3 breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can go ahead and release back to center. Your palms can rest in your lap. From here, we're going to do that on the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead and plant your left fingertips on the mat next to your left hip. Inhale your right fingertips into the sky. And exhale those right fingertips over to the left, coming into a side bend on the right side. We're going to hold here for 3 breath cycles. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can go ahead and release back to center. Here, you can place your palms of your hands to rest on your knees this time. From here, we're going to go ahead and do some neck rolls. So tracing a circle with your nose, we're going to start clockwise. So start looking up and then trace a circle with your nose as your neck is rolling clockwise. And we're going to slowly do that for 3 breath cycles. So just flow with your breath as you're going through these neck rolls. Slowly. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can release your neck back to a neutral position as we prepare to go counterclockwise this time. So from here, you're going to go ahead and we're going to go counterclockwise this time. So drawing a circle with your nose, we're going to start and come left this time to go counterclockwise. And you're going to flow with your breath for 3 breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can meet me back in a neutral position. From here, we're going to do some shoulder circles. So we're going to start clockwise, or we're going to start going backwards, and then we'll go forward. So on an exhale, go ahead and rotate your shoulders behind you. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to go behind you. And flow with your breath for 3 more breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can release back to a neutral position as we prepare to do that the other way. So on an inhale, you're going to go forward with your shoulders, and as you're coming around the other way, you're going to exhale. So flow with your breath for 3 breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can meet me back in a neutral position. From here, we're going to do some torso circles, and we're going to start clockwise. So we're going to inhale to circle right, and as we're coming left, we're going to exhale. Inhale to circle right, exhale as you're coming left. And flow with your breath for 3 more breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can meet me back in center as we prepare to do that the other way. So we're going to counterclockwise those torso circles now. So we're going to inhale as we're circling left and exhale as we're coming right. Inhale left, exhale as you're circling right. And you're going to flow with your breath for 3 more breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can release back to neutral, to center. From here, we are going to come up onto our hands and knees. So go ahead, coming in to do some work on some cat-cows here. So you want to make sure that your knees are in alignment with your hips and your hands are placed underneath your shoulders. And we're going to inhale to drop that belly down and bring our gaze forward, bringing a small arch into our back. And we're going to exhale, sucking that belly in, bringing our chin towards our chest. And you're going to flow with your breath for 3 more breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can remain in tabletop. From tabletop, we're just going to go ahead and walk our hands forward as we prepare to come into downward dog. So go ahead and tuck the toes of your feet and then inhale to send your hips up, coming into downward dog. We're actually going to be doing a sun salutation flow here, but we're just going to do it reverse. So in your downward dog, go ahead and walk slowly up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Once you get up there, go ahead and plant the hands on the mat and exhale into forward fold, where you will take 3 breath cycles. Once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, plant those hands on your knees, flat back position, half forward fold. Gaze will be down at the floor. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, forward fold again, planting those hands on the mat. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, circle the hands up and come on up to mountain. Hands in prayer position, up overhead. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, exhale hands to heart center. From here, go ahead and release your hands down to your side, palms facing forward. Engage your ab muscles and engage your thighs, planting your feet into the mat. Gaze will be straight ahead, coming into mountain pose. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, bring your hands together in front of you, and we are going to exhale our hands up and our hips down, coming into chair pose. At this point, you can widen your hands like you're holding a beach ball. We're going to take 3 breath cycles here. You want to make sure your hips are square. Your knees are not so far out that they come past your toes. Once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, go ahead and come on up and release your hands. From here, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to fix my mat because it curled up. We are going to go ahead and inhale to put weight into our left foot here. Take an exhale. And then on an inhale, you're going to inhale your right sole of your foot up to rest on your left thigh, coming into tree pose. Stand firm in that tree pose. Ground that left foot down. And then when you're ready, go ahead and add your hands into it, prayer hands. Let's take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, you can release that right foot back to the ground as we prepare to do that on the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead and inhale to put all of the weight into your right foot now. Take an exhale, and when you're ready, inhale the left sole of your foot up to rest on your right inner thigh. Find something to gaze at. It will help with your balance. Bring your hands into prayer position at your heart, and let's take 3 breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, release back to mountain. As we prepare to do that set again, starting with the sun salutation. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and exhale your hands down to the mat and release your feet behind you, coming into downward dog. With this downward dog, let's go ahead and take a moment to just feel into our body. You can pedal it out here if that would feel good. If it would feel good to do three-legged dog and stretch out the hips, we can go ahead and do that. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and walk slowly up to the top of the mat to come into our forward fold. So make sure your hands are still planted on the top of the mat. And you can go ahead and take 3 breath cycles in this forward fold. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, bring your hands up to your knees, flat back position, or half forward fold. Gaze is down at the floor. We're going to take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, plant those hands back onto the mat, coming back into forward fold. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, sweep the arms up into mountain pose with arms up overhead. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, exhale hands to heart center. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going to work on our mountain pose. So let's go ahead and bring our feet in to touch. Engage your abs here and your thighs. Bring your hands next to your body with your palms pointed forward. You are now firm, grounded in mountain pose. We will take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, let's exhale, sending those hips back and our hands into the sky. Spread out like you're holding a beach ball, coming into chair pose. We'll take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, go ahead and release back up to mountain. From here, you're going to go ahead and put all of the weight into your left foot here. Inhale your right sole of your foot in to rest on your left thigh. Exhale your hands into prayer position at your heart, finding something to stare at, which will help with your balance. This is called your dristi. Take 3 breath cycles here, please. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can release everything back to mountain as we prepare to do tree on the other side. So putting all of your weight into your right foot now, let's go ahead and inhale your left sole of your foot in to rest on your right inner thigh. Exhale to bring your hands into prayer position at your heart. Find something to stare at. It will help with your balance. And we will take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can release everything back to mountain. From here, we're gonna face the short edge of our mat. We're coming into a high lunge pose here. So go ahead and extend your right foot behind you. Your feet will be in a wide stance. So from here, we are going to exhale to bring our left knee in alignment with our left ankle. Make sure your hips are squared off. And we're going to inhale our hands into the sky, where we will take 3 breath cycles. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale those palms down to the mat, your hands down to the mat, and you can release your left or your right knee behind you. Extend that right leg longer if it needs to. Coming into low lunge pose here. And we're going to inhale our hands up into the air, where we will take 3 breath cycles. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, you can go ahead and exhale, planting your hands onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your right foot and send your left foot back, coming into downward dog. Go ahead and pedal out here if that would feel good to you. Otherwise, we are going to put the weight into our right foot here and inhale our left foot into the sky, coming into 3-legged dog. On an exhale, go ahead and bring your left ankle to rest behind your right wrist, coming into pigeon pose. Extend that right leg behind you if you need to, and then you can go ahead and fold forward down onto your forearms, or if you can go farther, you can go farther. Where we will take 3 breath cycles. Make sure your hips are square. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, go ahead and plant your hands back onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your right foot and send your left foot back up into the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale to release it down into downward dog. You can pedal out here if that would feel good for you. Otherwise, when you're ready, go ahead and put all the weight into your left foot here, so you can inhale your right leg into the sky. Exhale to release your right ankle behind your left wrist, coming into pigeon on the right. Extend that left leg out behind you if you need to, and make sure your hips are square. Exhale to fold forward either onto your forearms or further if you can. We'll take 3 breath cycles here. From here, once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, go ahead and plant the hands, tuck the toes of your left foot, and inhale to send your right foot back into the air, 3-legged dog. From here, you are going to go ahead and exhale, bringing your right foot up in between your hands, coming into high lunge pose on the right side. So you want to make sure your knee is in alignment with your ankle. And on an inhale, go ahead and come on up, hands up towards the sky. Take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please exhale, releasing your palms back to the mat. Take an inhale here, and on an exhale, you're going to drop your left knee onto the mat, flipping your feet so that the top of your foot is resting on the mat. Make sure your right knee is still in alignment with your ankle. We're now in low lunge pose. So when you're ready, go ahead and inhale those hands to the sky. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please exhale, planting those hands back onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your left foot and inhale your right foot back into the air, 3-legged dog. On an exhale, release that foot back to the mat, coming into downward dog. Let's take a moment here to feel how our body feels. Maybe pedaling out if that would feel good for you. Let's take 3 breath cycles in this down dog. As we prepare to do that set again. So once you've taken your 3 breath cycles, please put all the weight into your right foot now and inhale your left foot into the sky. Exhale your left foot in between your 2 hands, making sure your left knee is in alignment with your left ankle. Inhale, hands to the sky, coming into high lunge pose. We'll take 3 breath cycles here. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please exhale, planting your hands back onto the mat. Take an inhale here, and on an exhale, you're going to release your right knee down onto the mat, flipping your right toes so that the top of your foot is resting on the mat. Coming into low lunge pose. Inhale, hands to the sky. We'll take 3 breath cycles. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please exhale, planting your hands back onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your right foot and inhale that left foot back into the air, 3-legged dog. On an exhale, you're going to exhale your left ankle to rest behind your right wrist. Coming into pigeon pose on the left. Make sure your hips are still square. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, fold forward, coming down onto your forearms, where we will take 3 breath cycles. Once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please plant your hands back onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your right foot and inhale your left foot back into the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale to release that left foot back to the mat. Let's pedal it out here before we do that sequence on the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead and inhale your right foot into the air now. Exhale to bring that right foot in between your soles of your hands, the palms of your hands at the top of the mat. Coming into high lunge pose. Make sure that knee is in alignment with your ankle. And on an inhale, inhale, hands to the sky. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, plant those hands back onto the mat. Take an inhale here. And then on an exhale, you're going to release your left knee down onto the mat. Flipping your left foot so that the top of your foot is resting on the mat. Coming into low lunge pose here. Inhale, hands to the sky. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an exhale, plant those hands back onto the mat. Tuck the toes of your left foot and inhale right foot into the air, 3-legged dog. On an exhale, exhale right ankle behind your left wrist. Coming into the pigeon on the right side. Extend out that left leg if you need to, and make sure your hips are still squared off. Inhale or exhale to drop down into forward fold, coming down onto your forearms. We will take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please plant the hands on the mat. Tuck the toes of your left foot and inhale your right leg into the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale to release that right foot down onto the ground. Take an inhale here. And on an exhale, please release your knees down onto the mat. Flip your feet so that the top of your feet are resting on the mat. Walk your hands back in towards your body and set your hips down onto your heels. We are working our way into child's pose here. So, big toes together behind you to touch. Knees open as wide as the mat is here. Inhale to find length in your spine. And you're going to exhale, walking your hands out in front of you to bring your chest and head to rest down onto the mat. Coming into child's pose, where we will rest for a minute. All right, when you're ready, please walk your hands back in towards your body, slowly bringing your chest back up. And you can walk your knees back in so that they are in the center of your body. And then come to rest on your bottom on the mat. Plant the soles of your feet onto the mat and exhale to release your back down. Knees will be pointed up towards the ceiling. Gaze will be up at the ceiling. We're working our way into a bridge pose here. So walk your feet as close to your bottom as is comfortable for you. Put all of your weight into your hands and your feet. And on an exhale, exhale those hips up into the air. Really engaging your thighs here. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, Inhale those hips back down to the ground. Beautiful. All right. When you're ready, on an inhale, inhale knees into chest. You can bring your hands and wrap them around your knees here if that would feel good. You can rock back and forth if that would feel good for you. And then when you're ready, we're coming into a twist here. When you're ready, go ahead and exhale your knees over to the right, coming into a twist on the right. Open your arms into a T and your gaze will be up at the ceiling or over to the left. Make sure you're working on grinding that left shoulder into the mat. We'll take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, inhale knees back into chest. Wrap your arms around them here, giving yourself a hug. If it would feel good, you can rock back and forth here again. And then when you're ready, go ahead and exhale your knees over to the left, coming into a twist on the left. Open your arms up into a T, and your gaze will be up at the ceiling or over to the right. You want to focus on grinding down your right shoulder, grounding it into the mat. We'll take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, inhale knees back into chest. As we prepare to do that sequence again, starting with the bridge pose. So when you're ready, go ahead and plant the soles of your feet onto the mat. Walk your feet as close into your bottom as is comfortable. Make sure you have all of the weight into your hands and feet. And on an inhale, inhale your hips up into the sky, engaging your thighs. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please exhale, hips back to the mat. Let's windshield wiper those legs here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and inhale your knees into your chest. You can give yourself a hug here if that would feel good. Otherwise, on an exhale, please exhale knees over to the right. Opening your arm up into a T. Gaze will be up at the ceiling or over to the left. You're working on grounding that left shoulder into the mat. Take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, on an inhale, please inhale knees back into your chest. Exhale to release them over to the left, coming into a twist on the left. Keep the arms open into a T, and your gaze will be up at the ceiling or over to the right. We will take 3 breath cycles here. And once you've completed your 3 breath cycles, please inhale knees back into your chest, giving yourself one final hug before we settle in and release everything into Shavasana. Please extend your legs long out on the mat. Bring your hands next to your body, palms up or palms down, whatever is comfortable for you. And please close your eyes. And as you lie here in Shavasana, begin to settle into your breath, allowing it to flow freely and naturally. Let your thoughts flow in and out, just allowing them to be. Look at them with detached awareness. Faintly bring your attention to the sounds around you. Without analyzing or contemplating, notice the sounds outside your room. Notice any sounds inside your room. Maybe you hear movement, breathing, or a soft hum. Notice the surface of your body. What sensations do you feel? Notice the physical sensations in your body. Just observe them with present awareness. Allow your body to restfully settle into your mat. Feel grounded and supported by the earth below you. Continue with your slow and steady breaths. Allow whatever thoughts showing up in your mind to surface. Gently release them and let them go as you exhale. Let your mind flow freely with each inhale and exhale. See your thoughts as the waves flowing toward the ocean shore. Then with each out breath, allow them to wash away and back towards the sea. Whatever thoughts arise, let them surface without judgment and without attaching any stories or emotions to them. Try not to conjure them, get caught up with them, or let them weigh you down. Just observe them. Let them gently go with each exhale. Out with the waves and into the sea. As your thinking goes, so does your entire being. As you become more restful and peaceful, notice how your thoughts begin to slow down and dissipate. Remain here for just a few more peaceful minutes. All right, when you're ready, please bring awareness back into your body. Wiggling your hands and toes. Becoming aware of your surroundings. Please join me in a cross-legged position on your mat so that we can close today's practice. Bringing our hands into prayer positions at our hearts and closing our eyes and bowing our heads if that feels good for us today. Thank yourself for showing up today, for remaining mindfully present in the moment, for staying grounded and focused on yourself and your body. Your body thanks you also. And as we end today's practice, I offer you one last thing, a mantra for peace, harmony, and happiness. Unto heaven may there be peace, peace in the skies and peace on earth. May all the waters and plants know peace. May the great trees of the forest and the universe know peace. May there be peace, happiness, and wholeness for all. Om Shanti 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 Om. I hope today's session has brought you peace, love, and happiness. Thank you for allowing me to practice with you today. Namaste.